Well, it's that time, folks. It's that time. And if you ain't been paying attention to what's going on over there with Foodie Ron Kenobi, and you've been sleeping like me for like 15, 17 days, 100 days, and you just woke up from your slumber and you have no idea, or you do have an idea what's going on, but this is what happened. She has, yes, folks, she has fled Kuwait. She no longer there. She took the first plane out of there and she escaped, right? She even said it. I think she said, well, quote, I hauled my, you know what? And I got out of there the moment they were going to try to arrest me. I was out of there. She just bailed on Julia, the cat. She even left the king of crazy frogs over there, the keyboard Picasso. The keyboard Picasso, yes, folks, she left him and she just bailed, left him by himself. And she said something about they escaped too and they got on a plane. Now, if that doesn't sound some sketchy nonsense going on, that you both out of there, like some was that Most Wanted, and you got on a plane and he got on a plane with a cat and they just bailed out of the country, there doesn't seem nothing wrong going on there. It seems very... very legit relationship going on there, and who knows where he's at. I want you to think about it. I want you to look back at all the relationship you ever had in the past, and how many times did you have to flee a country? How many times did you have to send your partner, whoever you married to, on another plane, and they had to go to another country to escape? This seems like the most legit thing I have ever seen. And the funniest part, she thinks it's funny. She got back to Canada, she laughing, she joking, she thinks she having a funny time. So she came back and she made the live stream, the one that she thought she was gonna get probably 150,000 views, because she came back after like 2.5 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever it was. She had disappeared, and she put out the video and she thought she was gonna make the millions upon millions of dollars off of that video when she returned. But did that happen? Nope, it didn't happen. I want you to look right here. Boom. Yes, folks, she got that whole total of 30,000 views, and what she got, $280 something there. And think about it, she had to flee a country, run away from the law, and hide out and all this to get $287, folks. That's where we at. Nobody caring what's going on with her. Nobody in the past is caring, and nobody in the future will care about what's going on. You know why? Because we're gonna take a look and a glimpse at what she been doing the rest of the week. Look at this. Boom. Look at them views right there. They going down and down, and now we have 5,000 views. Yes, folks, Foodie Ron Kenobi putting out live streams 5 hours, 6 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is, and she only getting a total of 5,000 views from fleeing Kuwait to getting a new apartment in Canada, folks. And that's a whole nother story we about to get inside of. If you don't know, Foodie Ron Kenobi's now back in Canada, and she got her own apartment there. I mean, all by herself. And I don't know how she got it. It wouldn't have been me. I could be her friend. I would not put my credit rate in to get her nothing. So let's think about it. She's now back in the Canadian Ark. She's going to be the queen of Canada now, and she's going to take over the world. Is that going to happen? Nope, not going to happen. We're going to be right back where we started from like 3.5 years ago, and it's nothing going to change. But how can this story get any better, folks? Yes, we know that she's back in Canada. She have an apartment, and she living there for like 4 or 5 days or whatever she's there. And she been saying... Yes, folks, she been saying that she been showering and she don't have an air conditioner and she have a fan. That's a whole nother story. She don't want to buy an air conditioner. Nonsense. But she said clearly that she been showering the whole time. But is that the truth, folks? Absolutely not. You know why? Because she slipped up later in the live stream the other day right here. Whatever this one is, a boom right there in this live stream. And she said that she had no idea how to... had to turn the shower on, folks, and she was gonna call the landlord to come over there to turn the knob so that she could take a shower or figure out how the water comes from the ceiling and wet her head. I want you to think about it carefully. She said it's like 90-something degrees up in Canada. It's hot. She says a little bit warmer, or no, she said a little bit less warm than Kuwait, but she could deal with it with the fan. So she been sweating all day, 90 degrees, and she been beezing and laying sideways on the couch in the bed or whatever it is, and just sweating and sweating and sweating one more time. So think about it. For 4 days she ain't been showered because she can't figure it out, but she had to come with some sort of excuse after showing us the technological way to try to turn on the shower that she couldn't figure out. But then like somebody in her chat figured it out for her. It's a whole nother mess there. So I want to ask you all a question. She said that she been showering, and she said that she was filling up the bathtub. She said she couldn't stand in the shower because the head on the top was not working, so she couldn't do that. So she was filling the bathtub. I can't figure this out. Filling the bathtub with water and somehow bathing herself. So I put like a visual image in my head and I said, what could be going on? Is she standing inside the shower and throwing the water up, like flinging it up in the air and just trying to like that? Or is she like on her hands and knees on the side of the shower and just flinging the water like that? I don't understand. Maybe somebody in the comment section can figure it out, because I don't know. Because if you like on your hands and knees trying to shower and bathe like that, and aren't you gonna wet the floor and damage the whole place? It doesn't matter. But this is what's been going on. This is the content that she been putting out there that people have been waiting 3 years to find out she didn't shower. Who cares if she did? Who cares she don't? I don't gotta be in an apartment, so it's not gonna change my day. And that's how it is, folks. But can it get any better from here? She's now escaped Kuwait. She's now on live stream, and you know what she's doing? She is now begging again for money. So she just got back. You know, Foodie One Kenobi, I'm gonna give you some advice. This is YouTube. You earn money, right? From advertisers, from making live streams. People donate money for you, like super chats or like that. You gotta stop asking people for money. This is out of control. Nobody wanna show up in every single video be like, yo, give me some money. I need to pay my bills. I need air conditioning. I need shoes. I need a shower head. That's not how it works. You gotta treat people. This is ridiculous. But she came on here and she's saying that everybody's over there asking her to make an Amazon wish list for her apartment over there or whatever nonsense it is, right? Like, so she posts this right here. Look at this. Boom. Hey guys. So a lot of people have been urging me to make a wish list on Amazon. And even though most people say it's unsafe, hiding my address wise, I'm too paranoid, but you can send it to my PayPal. Here we go, folks. Once again, sending Foodie One Kenobi money to her PayPal. That's what got her in trouble over there in Kuwait, and she ain't even changed one thing. She now back in Canada. Boom. She over here asking for money for PayPal again. And let's continue. And I will order myself some things for the new place. You can check Canada, Amazon, and send me links, PayPal messages as to what you want me to buy with your gift. Thanks, guys. Blah, blah, blah. Nobody cared. Nobody care, and I don't care, and she don't care. And this is what's the saddest part about this. She wants your money, right? But she over here on her live stream and she vaping, and that's not 99 cents to be doing no vaping. So think about it. She got more than enough money to pay for that, right? She got more than enough money to buy food. She got more than enough money to think about this, folks. We're gonna get to this right now. She is getting another cat. Yes, folks, I don't know how anybody is gonna give her a cat, and the sad part, somebody did. She is getting another cat. She got the cat, and that's how it is. So let's think about it. She had BBJ, right? She had BBJ's nails embedded, grown inside the pores, kidney infections, and the rest of that, and just left BBJ like that with no cares given, and somebody's giving her another cat. This is, I don't even know. This is disgusting. No way. There's no way that she should have any cats. I would not have her watch a bag of my dirty laundry at the laundromat that's going to be done, because I think it would get injured or something like that. That's how little I think of her taking care of any sort of animal. I don't think she could take one of them Tamagotchis, you know, them little pets they used to play in that video game. She couldn't even take care of that, and she gonna be over here getting another animal, and that's the saddest part. Somebody gave it. So let's take a look at her community post right here. Look at this. Boom. Hi, Smokey. Love. Welcome home. Now, Smokey, I know if you could contact me, you could text me whatever you want to get out of there. Text me as fast as you can. Whatever you could do to get out of here, because there's no way that you should be around Foodie One Kenobi. And that's the saddest part. This gets me, like, how can I say? Very sad, because this cat right now has no clue what they getting into, right? I want you to think about it. There was BBJ, there was Sam, right? And they both got given away in the instant. You know why? Because Foodie One Kenobi changed her whole attitude. She wanted to just get with a man, boom, just dump them on the side of the road, ship them out, donated or whatever it is, and left them like that in a split second, just giving away. And think about it. Now Julia, where's Julia at? She sure didn't take her to Canada, right? She's over there, who knows, fleeing wherever they at with the crazy flog, the guy that stands next to her in videos, and going to country. I want you to think about this carefully. There's one variable in all these pets, right? There is one single variable. It's Foodie One Kenobi. And if we learned anything from Foodie One Kenobi, there is another variable that the animals have. They no longer live or are around Foodie One Kenobi. So she has 0% of all the animals she has ever had, right? She has given them away. She has left them in another country, and she has now adopted another cat cat that I don't know how she has, and that's the sad part. This cat, at some point when she changed her mind and she's like, well, I want to just go to Thailand, I want to travel, and she just said that's a quote, she wants to travel the world once again, and she wants to meet up with the guy that stood next to in videos, the Picasso of keyboard, Captain Keyboard himself, the crazy frog prodigy that can play it all with one single finger, folks. She's gonna travel to see him, and what's gonna happen to Smokey? Smokey gonna be what? Probably in the apartment by themselves, given away, who knows, left outside just to wander the neighborhood, maybe like a former baby girl Amber and Ree, like Rarity, just let the door open and we never seen them again. So I feel sorry for Smokey, because it's just a matter of time Foodie Wan Kenobi does one of her nonsense and then we never see Smokey again. That's the saddest part of this whole thing. I want you to think about it carefully. When Foodie Wan Kenobi was living with Pete's, there was 2 people over there and they would not even change the kitty litter for like 30 or 60 days, that it was so heavy that it took 2 of them to lift it. And even Pete says it was too heavy, I needed another person to help me because I couldn't even throw it out. And that's what's gonna happen to this poor innocent cat, and that's the saddest part. Well, that's the end of the video, folks, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Later.